played my first frat party a few weeks ago. Mate,
Pull up to a frat.
I went to like the frat house.
Yeah.
Like, you've got the president and the chancellor. It's so funny. Like, everyone's got their jobs, but they're all nuts getting off their la-las.
Is it true you went to film school in New York?
Yeah, so I did like a Have You Been Digging?
How did you find Dean Turnley?
My assistant sent it to me and was like, I think you'd really, really like this song. My manager got in contact with him and was like, can you send Ross the tune to play it? I've never felt that with a song that no one knew have a reaction like that.
Rossi, what's good, dude?
I'm all good. I've just had some empanadas. I'm in Miami. I feel great.
Yeah, it's good stuff, right?
Yeah, enjoying myself so far.
Dude, it's nice to have you here, bro.
Thank you for having me.
You've been doing a 75 hard, right?
Yeah, I do it. I've done it every year for the past 3 years now. It's just like a good way to start the year so you don't just get too crazy the whole year. Because the first few years of touring, it just does get crazy, and like you're just constantly surrounded by shots and all sorts. So it's just like... It's a nice way to just show yourself also as a DJ that you can do it sober and have just as good of a time.
Yeah.
And now, like, how busy I'm getting, I'm doing like 3 gigs a weekend, do you know what I mean? At least. So it's like, if you don't do that for a bit, you're gonna like just burn out. So
absolutely.
It's good. It's kind of just, it's more good for just building habits, just eating right, going to the gym, and it keeps you on a good schedule. And like my sort of schedule is crazy now, where it's not just weekends. It's like, yeah, you're a content creator as well, and you run a record label. I have a cooking show. There's so many things, so it becomes a 7-day-a-week job, and you need to have those lock-in months before the summer, especially because otherwise it will just run away from you. Yeah. So. Yeah, I feel good. I don't sound it right now, but
dude, you look good, bro. You look and sound good, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Yo, did you my manager over there was actually telling me that like there's books on 75 hard that you have to read in order to do it, or you just rip it like.
So you read 10 pages of a book a day.
Yeah.
So there's not an actual. I don't know if there might be a 75 hard book, but you're meant to read 10 pages of a book, drink a gallon of water. 2 workouts, 1 outdoor, 1 indoor, no drink, no drugs, and just eat a healthy, balanced diet. So it's really good. After 6 weeks of like sobriety and eating that well, you just feel like a superhuman. Yeah. It's great. Like you really start to feel the benefits of it. So yeah, it's like I will do it every year, definitely. And like the longer it's gone on, the longer I then upkeep like different, just kind of like picking my battles when partying. Because it sounds like, oh, woe is me, I'm a DJ, I have to party. But it's just like, it can get a lot sometimes. And like learning to say no is very important.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So like because dude, you play like longer sets too than like, you know?
Yeah.
So like, are you just slamming water and Sprite or like Red Bull? Like
yeah, I love a Diet Coke, to be fair.
A nice DC?
A cheeky Diet Coke is lovely. It'll get me through. But then, have you had these drinks called Club Mate yet?
Club Mate?
Yeah, it's like it's becoming like the Shoreditch drink of the DJ scene.
Oh.
Like, it's a natural energy drink, but these things get you fucking buzzing, bro. Yeah, like I was at Brett at ADE. Have you ever? Brett is like a club in Amsterdam. It's like iconic. I was there for like 18 hours just flying off these Club Mates, but it was so good. They're great. So I've been like having them, which are like, I mean, if you have enough of them, then you're basically giving yourself a buzz. So maybe it's kind of cheating. As in, those things are kind of good. But yeah, like, how do you know, hydration and water just helps as well.
No, absolutely. It's kind of like Kratom. Like people slam Kratom too, and you get like a sense of euphoria.
Yeah, and it's
you're
like,
almost like
you're just doing drugs.
Basically.
You know what I mean? Like,
and dude, there's people who are like sober who don't drink that also drink Kratom, but it's like, yo, you're kind of getting lit.
Just get 50 of them in. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a bit of a cheat code, I guess. But no, yeah, it's like a Diet Coke will get me through any evening, I think. Yeah. Cheeky coffee.
We might have some DC here if you want one. Yo, do we have a DC here? Can someone check it out?
That was the most like, no. Yo, I'm not going to move from this.
Are we out of it?
Zero. We got Coke Zero.
Coke Zero?
I mean, no, I'm all good. I'm fine with
He's good. He's good.
Don't go too crazy.
Yo, so you have your Factory Town takeover tonight.
Yes.
Dude.
Very excited.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
What do we got going on? Who's on the lineup?
So me, got a guy called Just Joe, who's like sick DJs doing the warm-up. Then Miss Madder, back-to-back Salome, if you don't know Salome and Miss Madder's a space resident.
Yeah,
she's absolute G.
Absolutely.
Salome's a proper legend. I've known her for many years. Very, very good DJ. Then we've got M High, who's released on the label, Jam Back and Mar Solo back-to-back. Then me back-to-back, a secret guest.
Whoa.
When's this going? When would this go out?
It's going to be after.
Yeah. So it's me back-to-back Silver Bumper. So that's going to be fun.
Shit.
So yeah, Harry's going to come down and do the closing set with me, which will be really fun.
Let's go.
We've been in the studio quite a lot recently making loads of tunes. So it's going to be like the first time we're going to test them out together.
Dude, let's go,
So
bro.
a bit of an exclusive set, which will be fun.
That is insane.
So yeah, I'm really excited. And like, I've been coming to Miami for like 4 or 5 years. So then to start doing like cool Factory Town stages and stuff with my own event, it's just, yeah, very surreal. But
It's insane.
Exciting. I feel the pre-match excitement.
You feel the
today.
energy?
Yeah, I can feel it today. It's good.
We got to get you one of those mate drinks. Dude, you'll really be
getting it.
buzzing, dude. And then, dude, you have an insane week. You're playing Ultra Sunday, right?
Yeah, and then I'll end up closing, well, not closing Space, but playing at Space, closing back-to-back with the Martinez brothers, which for me is pretty crazy because the bros, like, when I first started getting into this, were like, everything. Do you know what I mean? They were the guys. Like when every festival I went to, I wouldn't miss a set, and like so it's gonna be very surreal playing back to back with them in Miami. At this stage, like no matter how big you get, I think you always have imposter syndrome moments and just moments where you're like, oh, how the hell has this happened? Yeah. So it's going to be a very special week all in all. And then, yeah, playing at Ultra. I've never been to Ultra, but all you hear when you get into
electronic so this is your debut Ultra set?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, so it's a big weekend.
Let's go.
Yeah, exciting.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I'm like so grateful. It's very surreal. Do you know what I mean? Like you hear about Ultra when you first ever get into electronic music, and it's the iconic people that headline it and all the press that comes with it when people do it. So to be a part of it is going to be very cool. And I'm intrigued to see it all.
Dude, deserved, bro.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Well
Thanks
deserved.
very much.
Did you ever attend Ultra? Like as
never been.
No. Oh, so you're just you pulling up
straight in. Yeah, let's go. Like,
oh my God,
yes,
bro.
That's going to be really exciting. The stages all just look crazy there.
Yeah, I've been seeing them because it's down the street from here. I walked by a few times. I've been seeing it get built out the last week. It's just nuts over there.
I don't know, what's the capacity of Ultras?
50, 65,000 each day. But I think total like 100 to 150,000 people come in throughout the weekend, like in and out.
Madness.
But also, how do you specifically count that? You know,
yeah,
like,
how does anyone know really? I guess,
you can ballpark it, but it's crazy.
But yeah, it's good. So good week all in all.
Yeah, exciting. I think Music Week, like 120,000 people just come to Miami in general.
Yeah, extra in population or something. Yeah.
It's not as bad as Art Basel though. Art Basel is even more.
Yeah, Art Basel's crazy. Like, people always ask me, would you prefer Art Basel or Miami Music Week? I'd say Art Basel sometimes a little bit more mature in the kind of parties that you get to spend. Like some of the after parties and the other parties are pretty good, but then you get the arty people and stuff, and it's a little at times. Yeah. Whereas Music Week, everyone's just fucking slamming it, raw dogging it, and just going nuts. So and you just get to see everyone. I love it when these like the Here and ADE Amsterdam Dance Event in October, they're just like the 2 times of the year where you just see everyone, and it's nice to link up with all the people that you work with but digitally throughout the year. Like I work with my friend Jake so much every all the time, but it's on a digital basis, emails and stuff like that. So when you can get together and actually celebrate a lot of the hard work that you do, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's why I like these weeks a lot, because it's a celebration of a great industry.
It really is, man. I love it so much. And yeah, Art Basel can get a little weirder. You know, people aren't specifically there for the music. They got ulterior motives. Yeah. You know, there's almost too many rich dudes around. You know what I mean? Like,
literally.
Like a little bit too many. But we were talking about the Martinez brothers earlier, and like how you were saying, like, you know, sometimes it even feels like imposter syndrome when you're playing like that. Who were the first artists to like support you in your music?
You know what? Chris Dusty very early on was playing a lot of, and he was still developing, but he was someone who was like really helpful because he was like a couple steps ahead in what I was doing. But he was always supporting my music, always giving me feedback when I was sending stuff. So like I always have to shout him out because he's always been a little bit like an older cousin. Do you know what I mean? To me, in terms of that. And Enzo Siragusa, he's like a big, cool underground DJ in London who runs Fuse, which is a party I used to play for, still play for. He was always like a little godfather to me and showing me the ropes. But yeah, like there's been so many people across different platforms that have always helped me, but I would say Chris really has always kind of helped me a lot. We always bounce ideas off each other and share music, and he's not afraid to tell you when he doesn't like something.
He'll let you know.
Yeah, but not in a way that he needs to just tell you that he doesn't like it. He will do it for like good constructive criticism, which is sort of, you don't need people telling you you're great all the time. Yeah. You kind of need those people to say, oh, hey, mate, have you thought about doing this? Have you tried this? Like he even sat me down at one point when I was first like getting into playing bigger shows, and he was like, don't feel like you need to impress everyone when you play. He told me, and I got my back up when I first heard it, but it was really good to listen to it, because sometimes when you get on the decks, you can be so excited to impress everyone that you're not listening to what the crowd wants. And so you just play these big hits all the time. But like, it can get boring after a while, and like, it's good to test people, and it's good to educate people, and it's good to still have that creativity of like unexpected stuff. And like, he kind of taught me that a little bit, that you didn't need to constantly slam it, even though I love doing that. That's great. Who doesn't love getting on the decks and going, making everyone go wild? But sometimes it's nice to make people emotional. Sometimes it's nice to make people feel different things in a club. And sometimes I think with a new wave of a lot of DJs, we lack that a little bit.
Really? I think so. Like storytelling almost, right?
Sometimes, because people want their moment. Do you know what I mean? And everyone's got to have their moment. But I think, look, I'm not saying I'm the best at it all the time. Yeah. But whenever I get these longer sets, I love to take people on a journey and like really can play with emotions and stuff like that. And like, there's still more for me to learn to be able to do that in a better way. But yeah, Chris was always a person who kind of supported me in that. That's
what's up, man. Shout out to Chris Stussy, by the way. What a legend.
Big Don.
Who would you say are like your closest homies in music, like artist wise?
Closest homies? Yeah. It's a difficult one. Like, we've got like a good UK collective now. Yeah, between like crushing. Me, Max, Prosper, Josh, like everyone always checks in on each other here and there, and everyone really supports each other. Yeah. Which is like such a nice thing to have, because you're all kind of going through it together and building up. Yeah. I've gotten really close with Chloe Kaye recently. Yeah. We've been in the studio making collabs, and she's such a legend. She's so talented.
You're going back to back with her Coachella,
Coachella, right? Yeah. So that's in 2 weeks. So that's my Coachella debut, and like, it's gonna be
fucking go, dude.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool playing with her, but she's wicked and she knows her music. Yeah. And she can really play. Like, she's a real musician. Like, I got in the studio with her, and she's jumping on all the synths straight away, and she's really saying, maybe we should try this, coming up with incredible ideas. And we've got a really solid relationship, and we wanted to build that before playing the Coachella sets. Yeah. Instead of just turning up and going, oh, well, I'll play this, you play that. We were like, let's get in together, let's make some music together, let's like really feel each other's like vibes, and then the set's gonna be even better. So we're gonna be like making like proper introductions for each weekend, for both different weekends. Dope. And then fresh music that we've been making, which has been really fun. So yeah, she's a legend. I've been really getting along with her recently.
That's awesome. Yo, why do you think, like, dude, you guys over in England right now are like literally running the scene? Not even kidding. Why do you think that it's like, why are you guys killing it so hard right now? For real.
I don't know. I guess it was like a
Can I tell you something real quick? Yeah. So the college kids in America are like obsessed with all you UK DJs. Like, it's like what's hot as shit right now.
I played my first frat party a few weeks ago in, where were we, Joe? What was it? Alabama. What was that place called? Tuscaloosa. Mate, I went to like the fucking frat house, like, that looks like all the ones in every movie I've ever seen, and there's like all the dorms and all the guys, and like you've got the president and the chancellor and all of this stuff, and like it's so funny. Like, everyone's got their jobs, but they're all fucking nuts getting off their lalas. Like, it's so and obviously I'm in the middle of 75 hard, so they're like, you're not gonna do a shot with us? And I was like, I can't right now, guys. And it didn't compute, but they were so buzzing for me to be there. But yeah, I played like this frat party, and like, it was cool to see that even those guys, and they know the songs, and they're asking for the tracks, and like, they're asking for the unreleased stuff. So like, the fact that I'm just a little dude from East London who's now playing in these places in Alabama, like, who would have thought that? So it is really growing over here, because I remember first coming to America, and it was like, I'd be lucky to play to 20 people in some places when you're first coming, because like some people in some cities like Miami know who you are, but then you go play in Charlotte or whatever, and like the scene isn't as big, so people don't really know, and like, they're just standing there listening to you like this, like, okay, figuring it out.
Yeah, they don't get it.
It's been really growing ever since now. So then to see kind of all us UK guys on the Coachella lineup as well, it's just crazy to see
insane.
That. But I don't know why it's just like hit off for everyone.
It's wild.
I think it's also because there's been like sort of like there's a generational shift now. Like, for so long you've had the artists, like all the people I love, Jamie Jones, the Corollas, the Carl Cox, stuff like that. But then eventually that just time passes, you know, and then people get older, and then there's a space for new people to come through. And I think this is just that time, which is I'm so grateful to be a part of that, because that's like a special thing. But I don't know why the UK guys are doing.
Dude, it's
right.
you guys are like literally crushing. It's so insane. It's so insane.
It's cool.
I'll be at Coachella weekend 1, by the way, so I'll see you over there, bro. Come catch you.
I'm excited. Have you been before?
Yeah, I go. Okay. I've been like 3 or 4 times.
I'm excited to see the Yuma Tent.
Dude, I'm gonna go with I'm going with Rorden.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm gonna be at his set. I love that kid, bro. That's my boy.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Well, he's not really a kid anymore. He's 23.
Yeah, he's smashed.
Young ledge, dude.
He's doing it.
Love you, Rorty.
Yeah.
Dude, yo, is it true you went to film school in New York?
Yeah, so I did like you've been digging. I did this thing called the New York Film Academy years ago for a summer. Yeah. It was like when I turned 15, I think, or 16, and I went out for New York on my own and did this course, and it was like becoming a man summer. I was in New York and I was just learning how to do film acting, because I grew up in theatre doing a lot of acting as a kid, and then started getting more into film and TV, and then I thought it would be a cool thing to go to America and try study a bit of film for a bit. So it was a cool summer, and like being 15 kid in New York.
No one tried to stab you, right?
No one tried to stab me. They welcomed me
with
open arms. It was great. That was a cool part of my life, but it seems like such a completely different world. But who knows, I might act again. There's like option to be able to do it now.
Yeah.
Because like I'm now with like CAA in America, and they have acting agents.
Yeah.
So I've been speaking to them at the moment about maybe doing some guest roles and stuff and things like that, which
no way.
Cool. Yeah, because something that I never wanted to give it up at the time, but it was just a choice of like being so busy at both of them, I had to choose one. So then to go off and do it and do this and it goes so well, it'd be cool to kind of like merge the two again somehow. Who knows?
Yeah, no, it's honestly wild. So do you think if you weren't a DJ, you'd be an actor?
I would be trying to be an actor. Who knows if I would have got there in the end. Like, I think it's even harder to be an actor than it is to be a DJ, I would say. There's like, everyone's going for the same parts, and like, it's not up to you. You hear no all the time. It's really demoralizing. And so you spend half your life doing jobs you just don't want to do just to try and be the actor. I remember I was working in a call center, working at a frozen yogurt shop and doing Deliveroo. It's like Uber Eats, all at the same time, whilst trying to get, and the call center I worked at was for unemployed actors. Yeah. So everyone was just depressed as fuck, trying to sell wine to people that they didn't want wine, and you just heard no all the time. So it could be a really tough industry.
It's a grind.
So music was kind of my release to kind of get into all of this. So but it will be cool coming at it from this angle now. Yeah,
no doubt. So you've always like kind of been into arts and creativity, right?
Yeah.
Well, like what really like pushed you to like want to produce music, become an artist?
It was just a DJ I met. I met a guy, he's called Christian AB, very cool underground selector, for those who know. And he played my 18th birthday, actually. He was like a friend of my sister's. And he said to me, if you want to be a DJ, because I just started mixing, he was like, start learning how to produce now. And he told me about Ableton. And I downloaded it the next day. And it was like this, you know when you first learn to mix, it's like, you're addicted to the decks and you don't want to stop mixing. It was like I'd opened this world of like making stuff, and I had no idea what I was doing. And it took me like sort of 6 or 7 years of just bedroom figuring things out before then I had my first release. And it wasn't a plan. My plan was not to be a DJ. It was just to try and go for just doing fun things and just making music because it was fun. And then it was like you had little goals. Oh, maybe I'd like to release a song. And then when that happened, maybe I'd like to play my own song in a club. And before you know it, then you're touring and you've got a manager and an agent, and it's like, wow. So I think if you love something enough, you might just end up doing it, and I guess that's what happened here.
Dude, unreal, man. By the way, I feel like a lot of artists say like they didn't plan on it getting to this point, and it just like happens.
Yeah, so. I think so, because it's good to have goals and it's good to think about it, but it's also just good to just love something and just that be it, and then maybe that's why he's successful in it.
Dude, so I gotta ask you, because I discovered him recently because of his track Actin' Tough, Dean Turnley.
Yes,
how did you find Dean Turnley? Because I discovered him because of that track.
You know what, I got lucky where my assistant and my manager saw a video of this song on TikTok early on. This was like, I think in December of 2025 or January. Can't remember who they saw playing, but my assistant sent it to me and was like, I think you'd really, really like this song. And yeah, it was cool. And like immediately after hearing it, it was like, this is sick. So then Hamza, my manager, got in contact with him and was like, can we send Ross the tune to play it? And then I got sent it, and then it was only till I played it, like when you play it in a club, you really realise how clever it is. Yeah. Because it's simplicity at its finest. And it just, when you hear that come in, you just hear, and anyone who didn't know it straight away was like, "Rah!"
No, literally, like it's like
it was like, I've never felt that with a song that no one knew have a reaction like that. And immediately after that, you go, we have to have this song. So it was like, yeah, it was fortunately enough. I think a lot of people were interested in signing that song, but fortunately enough, he wanted to go with us for it, which was great. And like Dean said, he'd been a fan of my music and stuff like that and the label, so it felt like a good home for him. So I'm like eternally grateful for him, because now we've got like an overall number one on
Beatport, bro,
which is crazy. And that's the first like overall number one on the label. So like big ups to him. And like it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy, genuinely. I had a little bit of a chill with him this morning. We hadn't actually met yet until this morning. So it was really nice to kind of get to know him properly. And like, he's such a nice guy, very down to earth, very sound, and like it's all just happening to him now. And so that's a really weird thing. It's a really weird thing for him to have to now deal with, because it's like 0 to 100 pretty much. And so he's got to now navigate the industry that quickly. But like, who wouldn't want to have that moment? It's crazy. And like everyone and their dog is playing this song at the moment. Everyone. I
can't even open up Instagram or TikTok without hearing it, man.
It is like that. Like I just keep hearing it. And it's like, so I'm very grateful.
It's crazy. Wait, where's he from?
He's from Australia, so I don't know whereabouts in Australia he's from. He said it earlier, I can't remember. But yeah, he's from Australia, so he's come all the way from Australia to come here and just kind of network this scene and just be around, really. And like, they've got a collective of them. Like, it's like him, a guy called William Kiss, Jordan Brando, Luca Lessi. They're called Not Without Friends, and they're like a collective from Australia they're all smashing it in their own right. And like, they're proper sound guys. Like, Australians are always jokes anyway. I mean, super proud of him. It's amazing,
dude. It's super insane. How old is he? What is he?
He's 32.
32?
So yeah, he's a year older than me. So like, and it's like kind of happened to someone. That's a good age for it to happen to.
No, absolutely, well. Like, mature.
Very mature. Yeah.
Because I feel like when you're in your younger 20s, if you have like a really big moment like that, it can almost be like too much. You know, like so much attention at once. Like being younger. Yeah, and I love it that a song like this has done so well, because it is very, very catchy when you hear it. But it's also like, if you listen to it, it's really fast. It's 140 beats per minute, which is like old Chicago style record, like DJ Sluggo, like, and all of those people. And like, for that to then kind of work and everyone loved that, it's sick, because it's something fresh and different. And like, it kind of shows that like people are open to like experimental stuff as well. It's not crazy experimental, but it's a song that doesn't have much in it, but it just works. Like, it's very cool. I love playing it. It's a tune, bro. It's a tune. Are you gonna bring him out to the event tonight? He's not playing at the...
He's not playing at what's it called?
Not a Factory Town,
Not a Factory Town, but he's coming along. And then we've got a pop-up tomorrow, an Acting Tough pop-up that we're doing in downtown.
Oh shit, where's it?
Like 7 p.m. It's like right next to Space. It's like a pop-up it's what Space are helping us put it on.
Is there like shop?
Yeah,
it's the shop?
We're going to do a pop-up in there as like a celebration of the release. So he will probably pop up there.
That's what's up. Pop up at the pop-up, bro. Pop up at the pop-up.
But yeah, big up Dean, man. He smashed it.
Dude, so we're in Miami right now. Like, what's your relationship with this city? Like, what do you think about Miami, bro? Like give me the vibe perspective.
Honestly,
from you.
I love it. I love coming to Miami. Like I was saying to you earlier, like it kind of feels a bit like a home away from home now, because I've got so many friends here from Space and different clubs and different promoters that whenever I come, there's always someone to chill with, go and see. And like, I never feel, sometimes you can be a bit on alert in the city. I always feel like I can just come here and live a bit of a life and chill and not be in a rush all the time. So yeah, I love this city, and I love the party culture out here, because everyone just goes, bro.
Everyone rips.
You know, but like, mate, when I was playing the closing party last year, it was like 8 a.m. on Tuesday morning.
Dude,
and Space is still full.
Dude.
And you just think like, what the fuck are you all doing?
Who has a job? What I mean?
That's what I love about Miami. Like, someone will like come into Space, have a coffee morning, and then go to the office or something.
It's crazy.
Or like someone will just finish a marathon and then end up at Space. Like, it's just, or somewhere. Like, it's just, it's a crazy city, and it's so fun. I love it out here.
And like, because of the set times at places like Space, like people will literally wake up at 5 a.m. drink a coffee and go rip, and then go to work.
I remember the first time going, I played there, and then the first time going and like just trying to rave that, I turned up at like 3 a.m, which is so early at Space. But any other club you think, peak
which
time.
Is insanity, by the way.
Peak time at Space is probably like 11 a.m. Do you know what I mean? Or something, because it just like start when the sun comes up and everyone's like, absolutely ripping. But yeah, Miami has a special place always in my heart.
Dude, what time? What's your set time for the closing party?
I'm playing. Is it 8 p.m. or is it maybe 5 till 8 p.m? 5 till 8 p.m. I think on Monday evening.
Yeah.
8 to 11 p.m. So we're doing like the going into the darker shift, which will be sick.
Dude,
And playing with the bros is going to be so fun.
Dude, that's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Plus the closing party at Space. Yo, I feel like sometimes they just like keep the party going. Like they have an artist lineup booked, but then they'll just like keep it going.
Yeah,
like there's really no end time,
yeah,
bro.
they
Like
do. Like whenever like if there's people in there, they will just let you keep going. Like I played on New Year's Day of last year, and they were just like, just keep going. Like there's an end time, but it doesn't matter anymore. Like if there's people in the club, they'll let you play for as long as you want. And that's why I love it, because not a lot of places in the world do that anymore. And so like, and that used to be like, Ibiza, they don't really do that anymore. And that used to be a thing in Ibiza where Amnesia would just keep going, and then you'd go to Space after when Space was open in Ibiza, and then you'd roll to DC10, and it was just like fluid. Whereas now there's a lot more rules. So Space, I honestly think it's like a core of club culture that like it has to be protected, in my opinion.
No, 100%. And because that block in Miami, they have a liquor license that's 24 hours, and it's just that block right there.
So that's why it works.
And it's one of the few streets in the U.S. It's like Vegas. You can do that there. No, New York has an end time. I think it's like only one of 2 places.
Wow, that's crazy.
That is allowed to 24-hour serve alcohol.
Mad. Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, if you go across the street to 11, like, it just gets dark. And
And there's that, what's that little bar at the end of the road at Space? Have you been around? There's like a tiny little bar,
What's
mate.
it called?
The corner, mate. I've ended up in some like just like seedy crack-ons in there before. It's so fun.
I've only really popped in there like one time in between, like I was at 11 then going to Space. So I've only been there once, but the pizza shop next to there, 11th Street Pizza, that place is gas, bro.
Banging, bro.
That place is banging, dude. Yeah, so you're just talking about Ibiza. You got any summer plans?
Yeah, so I'm going to be there all summer, pretty much like in playing various different parties. Playing Circa Loco, got music on. Like, I'll just be playing across loads of different people's parties. I was like, I didn't want to kind of bring a residency to Ibiza just yet.
Yeah.
Just because I just kind of want to wait and keep doing my hostings in different cities around the world, and then just keep building my career until I'm sort of ready to go and do a residency. So it's kind of nice to just go and play across different parties on the island, and I love Ibiza.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, special place.
Such a special place, bro. It's such a special place. What would you say is your goal for like when wanting a residency in Ibiza? Like what would you say?
It's hard because I think like DC10 is like every clubber's club in Ibiza, like, and it's just so cool. And
I fucking love it there, bro.
And it's just like, it's less VIP than any other club. Like DC10 or Amnesia, but everywhere's good. Pasha's great for its sound system, so I don't know. I kind of let's see where it goes with that. I don't want to set too much hope on one place.
For sure. Yo, so this might be a hard one. Maybe not actually. What are your top 5 songs you're playing in your set right now?
Definitely Acting Tough. There's one I'm excited to play, which is like Chris just released a track called Believe in Yourself on his label, on his new album, and it's so sick, and it just really, really works. Believe in Yourself, Chris. What else do I play loads? You can tell me. I forget.
Misery.
So there's a track that I made that's coming out this summer. It's called Misery.
Fire.
And I've recorded my own vocal on it. I would say it's one of my favourite songs I've ever made.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. It's just funky and basically, have you ever seen the film Misery? It's a really weird film. It's about, it was on telly whilst I was like just working on my laptop trying to build a loop. And it's about a woman who sort of has a guy around her house, and then she ties him to a bed, handcuffs him, and doesn't let him leave, and she breaks his legs.
What the fuck?
It's really
That is definitely Misery, bro.
Yeah, it's really fucking, and she drugs him, it's really scary. And so I was like watching, I was like, what if there was this fucking weird song about the story of Misery? So the lyrics are like, I woke up, I looked for my alarm and I can't see, how did I get here? I woke up in somebody else's bed, I don't know what to do, gotta get me out your head. Girl, I'm trapped in this misery. And so I started writing these lyrics, and then it turned into this song, which is now called Misery. And it's like been popping off, and it's kind of like, the bass line is kind of creepy and eerie, and that really works. So I've been loving playing that. What else have I been loving playing? It's hard to think of all the songs I love. Oh, there's a tune by a guy called Miller, which is called Something Tells Me, which is so cool. I love playing that at the moment. What have I been opening with? My track, Ease Your Mind, I love playing that.
Fire.
I'm trying to think of like a younger... There's a guy called Corey. He's a young guy from the UK who's been sending me really cool music. And it's called Rhythm Check. And like I'll shout him out because he's quite a young producer.
Hell yeah.
Really grinding out and like been focusing on sending me a lot of music. And like some of the stuff he started sending me is really good. So Corey, big up yourself. Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out.
RTK Tarantino. Oh yeah. There's a song coming out on my label by this guy. He's called RTK Tarantino.
Yeah.
If you don't know him, he's from the UK. He's such a character. Really funny. And he's got an EP coming out on my label, and some of the music is just, he's insane. He's such a good producer. So RTK Tarantino as well.
Dude, fire. We got 7 tracks out of you.
Sorry,
That's even better. Keep going if you want, bro, because then I'm
just tell you the whole set.
Yeah, literally, dude, literally. Yeah. Well, listen, dude, that's what we got for you today. We appreciate you coming in, all right?
Thank you for having me.
Much
I really
love,
appreciate
dude.
it.
Rossi, peace.
Big love, bro.
Much love, bro. Peace.